The World Cup draw is rigged. You think World Cup draws are random? Think again. The whispers are louder than a 6-over long on. The ICC manipulates these draws. Why? To guarantee the biggest teams get those sweet, easy groups, and the host nation has a red carpet stroll to the finals. Cha-ching for broadcast deals. They say the person doing the draw can even feel for warm or cold balls, subtly nudging destiny. Remember Pakistan's fairy tale 92 win? Or India's home triumph in 2011? Convenient, right? When billions are on the line, some fans just don't believe in pure luck. Is it destiny or deliberate design? You tell me. Match fixing in big games. Match fixing. The chilling whisper that makes every fan question everything. We've seen it proven, like Hansie Cronje confessing or Pakistan's infamous spot fixing. But what about the unproven? World-class fielders dropping absolute sitters under pressure. Star bowlers suddenly serving up pies in a crunch moment. Or a team collapsing faster than a deck of cards. That insane '99 World Cup semi-final run-out between Australia and South Africa, a tie that sent the Aussies through. Pure chaos or chaos conveniently created? And the bizarre rain-affected 2007 World Cup final. It felt like the rulebook was being rewritten live. When millions ride on every ball, every odd result becomes a target for suspicion. Were these chokes or carefully planned theatrics? The Big Three dominance. India, Australia, England. Cricket's untouchable elite. Is their dominance pure talent and financial might, or is there a system rigged to keep them on top? This theory screams that the ICC is practically a puppet of these three, especially the BCCI. Why? Money, baby. India brings in the cash, so they call the shots. More primetime series for them, bigger slices of the revenue pie, and decisions within the ICC always seem to align with their interests. Remember when that proposed two-tier test league mysteriously vanished after the BCCI frowned? Coincidence? Or a clear case of what India wants, India gets? Fans from smaller nations often feel marginalized, hinting at unconscious bias in umpiring too. Is the ICC a global governing body or just the marketing arm for the Big Three? The ball tampering cover-up. Sandpaper Gate in 2018. Smith, Warner, Bancroft caught red-handed, banned, shamed. Case closed, right? Wrong. The real conspiracy, ball tampering, is widespread, and cricket's higher-ups knew all along. The Aussies were just the unlucky ones caught on camera, sacrificed to clean up the game's image while the dirty little secret continued in the shadows. How else do old balls suddenly start hooping around like boomerangs? The mysterious art of reverse swing. Is it pure skill or a little help from sugary saliva, lip balm, or something more abrasive? Many former players roll their eyes, saying everyone does it. This theory suggests the ICC waits for someone to slip up, makes an example, then pretends the rest of the orchard is squeaky clean. What secrets are really hiding in those cricket whites? Career sabotage theories. 1 minute a superstar, the next gone. Was it just bad form or something far more sinister? This theory says if you're too outspoken, too much of a maverick, or just don't fit the mold of the establishment, your career can be quietly, brutally sabotaged. Think Kevin Peterson, a batting genius but constantly clashing with the ECB. His England career ended abruptly amidst whispers of team ethics. Was it really just personality, or was he deliberately frozen out for challenging the status quo? And those brilliant West Indies players, Gale, Bravo, constantly at odds with their board, suddenly unavailable for national duty? Was it about contracts or a deliberate attempt to silence dissenters? These theories thrive in the murky world of ego and power, where a quiet word can end a player's dreams faster than a perfect Yorker. DRS and umpire bias. The decision review system, DRS, was meant to eliminate umpiring errors, right? Well, some fans believe it's just another tool for bias. The theory: despite the tech, certain teams still get the rub of the green, especially the Big Three. Ever notice how a close LBW review for your team seems to stick on umpire's call, but for a dominant nation, it miraculously overturns? Is it just unlucky lines or a subtle, perhaps unconscious bias from the match officials themselves, knowing the weight of those powerful boards? And why do some marginal calls against major teams seem to vanish, while similar ones against minnowies stand? Even with cameras and Hawkeye, the human element of interpretation and the immense pressure of officiating leaves a huge window for perceived favoritism. Is DRS really about fairness or just dressing up the same old biases in new technology? The IPL is rigged. Okay, hold on to your hats. The Indian Premier League, the biggest, glitziest, most electrifying T20 competition on earth. You think it's pure, unadulterated cricket? Some say it's just a heavily produced reality show. The theory: key matches, especially towards the business end, are rigged for maximum drama, viewership, and betting action. Suspiciously easy drop catches, fielders conveniently misjudging boundaries, or a star player suddenly hitting a flurry of sixes just when the game needs a turnaround. With massive money flowing through betting markets and entertainment value being paramount, critics whisper about predetermined outcomes. Are those last ball thrillers genuine or carefully orchestrated to keep millions glued to their screens? It's the ultimate entertainment package, but is it too perfect sometimes? The ever-hated mystery injury theory. Ever noticed how certain players, usually superstars, get these incredibly vague injuries that sideline them at convenient times? The mystery niggle, the unspecified discomfort that keeps them out of less important matches, but they're miraculously fine for big tournaments or lucrative T20 leagues? This theory suggests these aren't always genuine injuries. Sometimes it's a strategic move,